Hello everyone, welcome to another video. In today's video I will be doing a review first impression on the NARS foundation, and this is the Light Reflecting Foundation. I got mine in the shade Light Yukon 2.5. I have no idea if this is my shade, so I'm excited to try this on. Hopefully it matches me. If you're new to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe down below, and let's get started. Now a little bit on this NARS foundation. It comes into 36 shades. This has 70% skincare ingredients, so it's a foundation with skincare ingredients. I always love a foundation that has skincare ingredients. It's just a bonus for me. I don't use it just for skincare. I use it as a foundation to provide me some kind of nice coverage on my face, but because it has skincare, it's just a bonus for me. Now on the Sephora website, this is $65 Canadian, and that's $49 US. This is supposed to have a natural finish. It's very good for dark spots, for redness, and for uneven texture on your face. So that's really beautiful. So it's supposed to be a makeup skincare hybrid foundation with a natural finish that quickly blurs any imperfections on your face. Now I love it because this is suitable for all skin types, including sensitive skin. So let's see here. It says that you're supposed to shake well, apply a small amount starting in the center of the face, and blend outwards and avoid direct contact with eyes. Improve skin radiance by 61%. More even skin tone by 93%. So it is a very similar claims on it, the same as the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. So let's open it up and show you what this one looks like. It is a beautiful glass bottle. It comes with a pump. I'm gonna compare it to this one, to the Charlotte Tilbury one that I just reviewed on my channel. This one has 30 milliliters in it, and the Charlotte Tilbury has again 30 milliliters, so they contain the same amount. Now I don't know how this will look on me. You can see, I don't know if you can see inside how liquidy it is, but we're gonna give it a shake, and this is in the shade Yukon, and I'm gonna put it on my hand so I can compare it to the Charlotte Tilbury, and you guys can see which one you prefer to pick up yourselves. Now this comes in a tube, this comes in a glass bottle. I really love this. It looks very nice, but I prefer tubes when I travel. This sometimes you can drop and the glass breaks, but this looks really luxe. So let's see, it's a bit liquidy, not much, and I'm gonna pump out beside it. You can see Charlotte Tilbury comes out more like a cream. So the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation is a little bit thicker looking than the NARS. Now this looks more peachy, so you can see it's very liquidy, and this has more of a yellow undertone. This is the Charlotte Tilbury right here. This is the NARS one. So we'll see. I don't know if this is a good match, but we'll make it work. So the Charlotte Tilbury is a little bit more thicker looking, and the NARS looks a little bit more thinner. So let's apply the NARS one. I'm not gonna do half face with Charlotte and half face with NARS. It's just kind of a comparison I wanted to give you on my hand, so you can kind of have an idea which one you would like to purchase, how they look beside each other. Now I'm gonna use a clean sponge. Look at this cute sponge. This is by Morphe. So I'm gonna use a sponge on one side, and I'm gonna use a brush on the other side so you guys can see how this applies both ways. And then I'm gonna just blend it in with the sponge at the end. Let's apply a little bit of primer. This is more of a Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dew Drops. Just a little bit of hydration. Now keep in mind that I have normal to dry skin, so again the Charlotte Tilbury works really good for my skin. Now let's shake this again. So I'm just gonna put on the finger. I don't like to put on the back of my hand. So this is like almost a full pump. almost a full pump. So let's use the brush. I'm going to use one of my favorites, the Rare Beauty foundation brush. And let's see. I think that the shade looks really nice on my skin. Because it's a thinner consistency, it kind of, you don't have to worry about the shade too much. But let's add a tiny bit more on the here and here because it was not enough. Oh, I actually love how this feels on my face. It's so pretty, and I think that this matches my skin pretty good, very close to my neck. Wow. Feels, compared to the Charlotte Tilbury, which I love, feels very lightweight. It doesn't feel sticky. Charlotte Tilbury feels a little bit more thicker, therefore you feel a little bit more stickiness. You have to use less on that one. But look how beautiful this looks. So this is the side with no foundation, and this is the side with the foundation on. I think it looks stunning. So this is with the brush. Now let's go ahead and apply on this side and use a sponge. I've used here whatever was left on my finger from this side, and then I added a little bit more. So let's go ahead and use a beauty sponge. Wow, okay. This looks stunning. So both ways it applied perfectly. I cannot see the difference in, I don't know, maybe with the beauty sponge it's a little bit more dewy. I really cannot tell, but it looks so pretty on the face. You know what? I am loving this foundation. Let me clean the top here and add. I like to have my pump all clean. There you go. But this looks so pretty. We'll see if I'm gonna do a wear test. Maybe I'll do a wear test and check in with you guys how this foundation looks in natural light outside. We're gonna turn this lights off and show you. Actually, let me turn this lights off right now. Okay, so this is what the foundation looks like with no ring light in front of me. You can see it looks pretty dewy. It doesn't look oily. It doesn't feel oily at all. And again, this is with the actual ring light in front of me, and I feel wonderful. So this feels on my face beautiful. It feels lightweight. It feels hydrating. It feels like skincare, and it does provide enough coverage to perfect the skin, but also let the skin shine through. It feels very hydrating, and it makes the skin look very healthy. I'm loving it. Now let's go ahead and apply some of the other products and see how this foundation works with those products as well. So on my eyelids, I primed my eyes with the NARS Soft Matte Concealer, and this is in the shade Light 1. Now I'm gonna go underneath my eyes with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and this is in the shade Light 1. Now, if you wonder what I have on my eyes, you can stay till the end and I will let you know at that time in case you're here just for the foundation review. But I will let you know what I'm wearing on my eyes right after. I want to see how it works with some cream products on my face and some powder products. But I love this concealer. Look how beautiful this looks. Okay, so I'm going to give you my final thoughts at the end, and I will let you know which one I prefer better, the Charlotte Tilbury or the NARS. But let's go ahead and apply some bronzer. Actually, let's set the eyes first. So I'm gonna set my under eye area with my Pat McGrath Labs. So I'm gonna use a fluffy brush by Moda and just set this under eye area. Now for bronzer, I'm gonna use my Huda bronzer, and this is the Tantour bronzer in the shade Light. It's this beautiful bronzer, and for this, I'm gonna use my Patrick Ta contour brush, this nice fan brush. Ooh, I forgot that this bronzer is so intense. It works perfectly on the face. I haven't used this one in a while. It's been on my vanity desk right here. Okay, so let's move right along to my Patrick Ta bronzer, and this is the one in She's Sculpted. So I'm just gonna use this part and add it on top of this cream bronzer. I'm going to use a BH Cosmetics number 3 brush. Oh, so pretty. Look at that. For highlighter, I will be using the Merit highlighter in the shade Cava. And I think I'm going to grab a brush, and it's my Moda Pro Glow brush, and just go into the highlighter like this. That's such a pretty, very subtle highlighter by Merit. I just love it. For blush, I'm going to go in with my Patrick Ta She's So LA blush. And it's this one right here. And I think I'm going to use the same brush, the BH Cosmetics number 3. So I'm applying the blush just above the bronzer side and in between the highlighter and the bronzer as much as I can. For powder, I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Flawless Filter Powder in the shade 1 Fair. And I'm going to use my Moda brush, and this is the blush brush. I'm just going to powder this area here. And I only powder not because I'm oily or anything, but this is the area that I touch most by sitting like this or touching my face. And I want it to last and not move around. And here is the complexion. Now let's add some lipstick. I'm gonna go in with my NYX Dazed and Diffused lipstick. Oh, this is so pretty. And this is in the shade Girls Trip, and it's this big crayon, and it comes with a brush on the other end. So let's use the crayon and line the lips and fill in the lips. This is such a great lipstick. It is very matte looking but hydrating. It doesn't dry up your lips, and it provides such a beautiful color to your lips. Now here is the final look. What do you guys think? Let me bring you in closer so you can see the foundation. So the foundation looks absolutely stunning. It feels very lightweight. It feels beautiful, both applied with a brush and a sponge. I think the sponge did not soak up the foundation at all, even though it's more of a light foundation. And I actually feel like this shade matches me pretty good. What do you guys think? I think it matches me pretty good. It looked a little bit pink, peachy, but I think it just looks really good. So it worked beautiful with a cream product and powder product on top. And it worked great with powder on this area. It did not, like, it mattified this area a bit, but it still shines through. It doesn't take away from the glowiness of the foundation. Now I think I'm going to do some check-ins with you guys. I'm gonna go outside and show you how it looks in natural light and in the sun, and then I will do a final check-in tonight and let you know how this foundation were. But this is how it looks so far, and I love it. This is from afar, so I think it looks just as beautiful as it looks up close. So I'm gonna go ahead and go on with my day and maybe film another video here, and I will see you later. So this is what the foundation looks like in natural light. I think it looks beautiful, looks very hydrating, looks very youthful, and it gives the skin this perfect, flawless canvas. Okay, so here is the final check-in. It is 5:45 p.m. I won't be doing like a 12 hours, 16 hours or anything. It's been about 6 hours since I've worn this foundation. The beautiful NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. It looks on my face just like when I first put it on. It is stunning. It's very lightweight, as you can see. It has not creased anywhere, budged. It has not moved. It looks still radiant as just at the time when I applied it, and it's not greasy looking at all. I did not powder. All I did is I put some lip balm. And this is my Pat McGrath lip balm. I'm gonna have a video with all my Pat McGrath lipsticks, but this is the Lip Fetish, the Vinyl Lip Shine in the shade Flash 7. I love this lip balm, one of my favorites. But anyways, back to this foundation. I definitely recommend it. It is a little bit more expensive than the Charlotte Tilbury. I think that one's $55 Canadian. This is over 60, so it's a little bit more pricey, but I'm just loving it. It's been like 6 hours and it's been doing great. Has not moved. I showed you how it looks outside. It just looks beautiful. So definitely recommend this. Mine is in the shade Yukon if you're interested, and I think it's a perfect match. I thought it was too pinky at first, but it looks stunning. So yeah, this is my final check-in. I hope you guys really enjoyed how this foundation looks on my face. Okay, so here are my final thoughts on this foundation. It wears beautiful on the face. It looks beautiful under studio lights and under sunlight. Now, to compare it to the Charlotte Tilbury, this is the beautiful skin foundation. This is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. Now, my Charlotte Tilbury is in the shade 2 Neutral. This is in the shade Yukon. You can see that the Charlotte Tilbury is more on the yellow side. This is more of a peachy undertone, but this seemed like the one that matched me the most. Now, this comes in a glass bottle, this comes in a tube, whatever you prefer. This says shake well because it's more liquidy. They both have amazing skin ingredients, very good for your face, so they're both beautiful. Now, based on how they feel on the face, I really like the NARS one a tiny bit better how it feels on the face, just because it has a very light, very skincare light finish and feel on the face. The Charlotte Tilbury feels a little bit more of a, feels like more of a thicker moisturizer, and this one feels like more like a thinner moisturizer. So whatever you prefer, but in terms of how it looks on the face, I love both the same, like how it covers and how it lasts on the face. They're both the same. I love both shades on me, which is strange because this is a little bit more yellow, this is more peach. But in terms on how it feels, like lightweight, I like the NARS better than the Charlotte Tilbury. So that's kind of my final thoughts on this foundation. It wore beautiful with all of the products I applied on it. And here is Kona. She wanted to say hi. She actually climbed up here to say hi. But anyways, I forgot to let you know what I'm wearing on my eyes. So for mascara, I'm wearing my Maybelline Sky High Mascara. Now Kona has to go down, but she just wanted to say hi. There she is. And for my eyes, I'm using the Pat McGrath Mothership 6 and Mothership 5 palettes, and I just love these palettes. You know, I don't want to save them and not use them or wear them on special occasions only. I want to use them and play with them all the time. So this is for my transition. This is in the crease right here, and this is in the outer corner, and I used the purple all over the eyelid, and I wanted to make it different. So for my middle of my eye, I went into this beautiful shade that looks like green, but when you turn it, it looks light brown, and when you turn it straight, it's green. So I put that right there in the middle. Just wanted to give it a different, more interesting look to the eye. So that's what I'm wearing on my eyes. Yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you did pick up this foundation or the Charlotte Tilbury, what your thoughts are. I would love to hear it down below in the comments. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. It will mean so much to me. I wish you all a wonderful day. Always remember to be yourself, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Love you guys. Bye.